Wow, that is awesome. That would totally match my classroom. And it says it's editable. Oh, I can think of a ton of things I would love to do with that. Definitely buying this one. Download and open and... Now what? How am I supposed to do this? Has that ever happened to you? Hi, I'm Mary from carberrycreations.com, and today I'm going to be showing you how quick and easy it is to customize an editable PowerPoint file. You may choose to use the file I provided for you in the link below, or use any file that you have already purchased and downloaded from a website such as teacherspayteachers.com. Browsing through resources on teacherspayteachers.com, you may find one that really interests you that says it is editable in a PowerPoint. It's a good practice to make sure to check the terms of use of any resource that you have downloaded from the internet before you actually use it. In a terms of use file, you'll find the guidelines that the copyright holder has laid out for how you may use their product. Typically, you can also find information on how to contact the copyright holder if you have any questions about how to use the file. For the purposes of this video, we're going to use this Polka Dot Banners editable PowerPoint file. My file is the one that is available for purchase and download on Teachers Pay Teachers, but you will also find that attached to this video is a free sample version of this file. It won't have as many colors as the one on my screen, but it will work for you to test out how editable PowerPoints work. We're going to use the full-size banners, though for editing purposes, any of the other files would work exactly the same way. The first thing you should do when opening any editable PowerPoint files is to go ahead and hit Save As and give your file a new name. This will protect your original file so that any of the edits that you make to your new file won't affect your original download. Once you have done this, the next step is to go ahead and edit your text. In this file, I've already included for you a text box that you can just click on and change the text. If I accidentally delete my text box off, or I had never put one there in the first place, I can always add a text box by clicking up here where you see this little text box up on your screen. You click on that, click on text box, and drag to put a text box where you would like it to be, where you can type. Alternately, perhaps you don't want a text box there and you want to include an image, perhaps a photo of a student or an object from in the classroom. That's easy enough to do. You would just go to Insert, and usually you use a photo, which would be a picture from File, or you might choose a piece of clip art, which would be clip art that came from PowerPoint itself. So I'm going to go to Photo, Picture from File. I've already put a photo for this up on my desktop. Let's see, desktop. Boy, I have a lot of things. Pencil, Insert, and then I can put a clip art image of my photo of a pencil over here if I like. This could be a student or anything like that as well. Or say I have spelled out my word welcome and I have one slide too many. If you go over here in your slide sorter, which if you're not seeing it, if you look on this very bottom bar of your screen, there are different views you can select. There's this one, which is a slide sorter. There's the slide show, which would start up your presentation, and I'm not interested in doing that right now. Or there's this first one here that it says normal view, and that gets your tabs here. Select on the slide you do not want. In this case, I have selected this multicolored polka dot banner. And then just hit delete on your keyboard, or right click and go to delete slide. Now I have my banner set up with the word welcome on it, but the letters are all awfully small. So I'll go back to my first slide, click on the W, and I'm going to change its font size by clicking up with this capital A here. You see that says increases font size. It's right next to the font name that I've chosen. The current font size is 88 points, but it is way too small for this banner. So I'm just going to keep hitting increase until I get a font size I like. And I think 287 is good. Can shift this around till I feel like it's a little more centered for that particular font. And then I'm going to just go to each slide and change the font size to 287. Which I can do by clicking up and adjusting. Or I can do it just by clicking right up here. And first, let me highlight that. Clicking up right up here next to the font name, I can change it right here next to font size by typing in 287 and hitting enter. Okay, and then if I choose to, I can decide I prefer having all these in all caps. I don't really like how the first letter is a capital and then the lowercase, in order to look lowercase, are down lower in the center section of my banner. So I can click on those, and instead of having to retype them all, I can go right here. You see there is the capital A, the lowercase a. It says change case. It's right under the numbers for the size of your font. And you can change it to uppercase. And it's all set. Now if I decide that I do not like the font that was originally chosen, the Boogaloo in this case, I can go through and I can change the fonts on the slide. I can do it slide by slide, or I can also go to Format and Replace Fonts. You see right up here on the top bar, Format, Replace Fonts. And that opens up this little bar here. And it's saying replace Boogaloo, which is the font that's already there, with, and then I can choose another font. It will kind of default to pulling up many of the system fonts. It doesn't always pull up the font that you know you want to use, so you might need to know the name of the font you intend to use and type it in. That seems to depend mostly on how many fonts you have installed on your computer drive. I'm going to use one of the Hello fonts that I have purchased from Hello Literacy. These are awesome. I hit replace and it will automatically change all of the fonts to the new font that I have chosen. And you can do that as many times as you need until you get the font exactly the way you want. Okay, and then one more thing before we're done. If, for example, you did this, but I don't want all of these colors. I really just want to do blue, green, blue, green. Well, I didn't make this file, so I can't get this image to change its color, but using the ability to delete out the banners and then make copies, which I will show you right now. Let's see, we'll delete these out, leaving only the two colors I want. And then I can click on the first slide that I want to be replicating and hold down the shift key and click on the second slide. So now they are both outlined in orange. Then I'm going to right click and hit duplicate slide. And And notice now we have wee. And I'll have to go back in and change these to be the letters that I need. And then if I've accidentally, like in this case, duplicated one more than I actually needed, all I have to do is go on it and right click and delete the slide. And now I have a nice blue-green banner for welcoming people into my classroom. This is why it's important to have named your file a different name from your original, because I've now deleted out those other color banners and I can't put them back in this particular file without just reopening my original and starting again. That is the one downside of the editable PowerPoint file. But now we are all set. We have our welcome banner. We can save it again and hit print and cut out, hang up in my classroom. It was really easy, and all that editing only took a few minutes. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me at marycarr@carberrycreations.com. Thank you for joining me. Bye.